Where is Khamenei, the mysterious silence of Iran's supreme leader? That is the burning question today, echoing not just across the streets of Tehran, but also through war rooms in Washington, Tel Aviv, and Brussels. Tehran burns not with fever, but with whispers. For 9 days, the shadow of God on earth was just that, a shadow. The man whose portrait hangs in every government office, whose words are scripture to millions, vanished. The steady rhythm of his public appearances, the televised meetings, the stern sermons, the handshakes with loyal commanders ceased without any explanation. In the power vacuum left by his silence, a nation held its breath, and the world is watching with a hawk's gaze. Where is Khamenei? Was the fire a mere pretext for a far more sinister reality? Had he been spirited away to a secure medical facility, his long rumored illnesses finally taking their toll? Or had the whispers of assassins' plots, because if you remember, Netanyahu said he should be eliminated, ever present in the turbulent Middle East, finally become a threat so real that the leader of one of the world's most formidable regimes was forced into hiding. Then on the ninth day, he appears, not to the roar of a crowd, not in the grand prayer halls of Tehran, but as a ghost in the machine. Our pre recorded address broadcast across state media, his image flickering on millions of screens. His gaze was fixed, his delivery metronomic, his eyes betraying the telltale sign of a man not speaking from the heart but reading from a teleprompter. This carefully staged, managed reappearance did little to quell the storm of questions. In fact, it only fanned the flames. The decision to forego a live address, a chance to project strength and vitality, was a calculated one. But what was the calculation? The most immediate and terrifying possibility is that Khamenei is in hiding out of a genuine fear for his life. The specter of assassination haunts the Iranian leadership. The audacious drone strike that eliminated General Qasem Soleimani, if you remember, the architect of Iran's foreign military operations, was a stark reminder that no one is beyond reach. The brazen daylight assassination of Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, the father of Iran's nuclear program, on a highway outside Tehran demonstrated a chilling level of infiltration and operational capability by foreign intelligence agencies. Perhaps the most intriguing and complex possibility is that the threat to Khamenei comes not from without but from within. The Islamic Republic is a complex and often opaque political ecosystem with powerful factions vying for influence. A period of perceived weakness or absence of the supreme leader could be seen as an opportune moment for ambitious rivals to consolidate power. By retreating from public view and communicating through a tightly controlled medium, Khamenei can observe the political landscape or the world without revealing his own vulnerabilities. His reappearance via teleprompter could be a carefully calibrated move in a high stakes game of political chess, a message to any would be challengers that he is still in command, still watching, and still capable of pulling the strings of power. And then, just as the speculations were boiling, he reappears. He reappears not in person, not in public, but through a pre recorded teleprompter speech, calm, slow, yet almost eerily restrained. Khamenei claimed Khamenei claimed the United States received a slap that will be remembered for decades. Iran has emerged victorious, he said. The speech said, Iran has emerged victorious. The world now sees our strength. But here's the twist. There was no show of strength, no visuals of Khamenei addressing crowds, no live broadcast. Just his voice, his face, and a carefully read script delivered like a carefully coded message to both allies and enemies. He did not need to announce a new bomb. His message was more fundamental. He was saying that the very knowledge and capability, the right to enrich, is the true weapon, and it will not be surrendered. It will not be surrendered, Khamenei said. The speech, delivered from the safety of a teleprompter while hidden from view, was a masterclass in narrative warfare. He answered the question of where is Khamenei, not with a location, but with a declaration of intent, leaving the world to wonder what his next move will be. Now that he has proclaimed his victory, he must have aimed what next. By declaring the nuclear issue a ridiculous pretext, he did so for subjugation. Is Khamenei closing the door on diplomacy, or is he raising the price for any future negotiation? The slap he refers, his speech clearly mentioned. So the slap he refers to is the missile strike on the AI Udeid base, and from a military standpoint, it caused minimal damage. But from a propaganda standpoint, the message was profound. He is telling his followers and his enemies that your most powerful assets in the region are not safe. We have the access and the will to strike you. This wasn't just a military action. It was as if a political theater. And now, when a leader frames a limited military strike as a heavy slap to a superpower, is he trying to convince his enemy of his strength or his own people of his relevance? And still the question lies, where is he? For more updates and deep insights, keep watching The Global Eye.